Crystal with the Evening Sun Garden. Happy Saturday and welcome back. We are doing a garden tour today, which we do every Saturday, and we're gonna go over and look and see what's going on in the garden. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though, it has been kind of a lazy garden week, so I don't know if things are gonna look much different than they have in previous videos, but we're gonna take a look anyway. So I am planning on planting all of my flowers today. I've got my seed packets ready. And I'm also hardening off this tomato for a friend. So I'm going to put her out here in the sun. She's on her last day of hardening off. And then as you can see, my grow bags haven't moved from last week. So we're going to go over there and take a quick peek. I've seen some hornets buzzing around there. And if you don't know, I am terribly afraid of hornets. So yeah, a gardener who's afraid of flying stinging bugs. I know, weird. All right, so I moved her tomato right there. The strawberries, still not really anything going on. I think they're probably not going to bloom for the rest of the season, but the leaves look like they're growing a little bit. Look it. Can you see the hornet? I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I can see it. Ah! Alright, quickly. Radishes. It looks like something's eating the leaves of my radishes, which I don't like. But they are getting a little bit bigger, so maybe we will have some radishes after all. And then nothing in those too. Alright. Let's move. It's harder than you think actually to hold this selfie stick and film and walk and hold flowers and microphones and all of that. So we're still getting used to it. But the sun is out. Let's see what we've got going on over here. As always, let's start with our blueberry bushes. Maybe the birds are already starting to get to them, so I'm probably going to need to cover these here this week. But, look at this. They're starting to change colors. That means we're going to have blueberries very soon. This is exciting. Blueberries are my favorite. Look at that. Gosh. Bird netting over the blueberries or the birds will eat them all. That's just how it is. Okay. Little Space Master cube. I might need to move her out a little so she can get more sun. There we go. Looks like she's adapting well to her new home. So that is good. The beans, which are probably the thing that have been in the garden longest, second to the onions. And looks like we've still got some blooms on there. Blooms on that one too. Very pretty. The onions still look to be doing well. And then over here we have our eggplant. These were it's all been about a week that these have all been transplanted, so most of the ones that look bad should be bouncing back now. That's the Japanese eggplant right there, and I put a stake right in front of it, and I'm gonna need to do that for this one as well, just in case, because eggplants get pretty big. And then in our tier planter, we've still got our marigolds. Looks like we have another one coming in right there. And then our onions down at the bottom. My concern is that the other side of this planter is not getting enough sunlight. And I might have to put it somewhere else where it does. Okay, moving on. Miss Lily, she's doing pretty well. There's a hornet. Okay, the flowers are doing well. The Gerber daisies, look how gorgeous. And the marigolds are putting off more flowers. Beautiful. I usually garden in the evening because I don't like hornets and they're everywhere. This cucumber still looking kind of sad. Hasn't really bounced back from being transplanted. Don't know if it will. This is the, gosh, what's the variety? Boston pickling, sorry. But the exciting part, let me move over here, don't mind that, I will pick it up at some point, is looks like the Kajari melons have bounced back. Both of them. And they're starting to get new growth right there, which is exciting. Let's just look at it. All right, let's go over there. So it was a little bit earlier in the day than I normally film this type of video because I was trying to get it done for you guys. But it is hot as all get out, so I don't know. We'll see. And there's also a significant amount of hornet activity going on. And I don't know. I was planning on planting some of my flowers today, but I might have to hold off. We'll see. Anyway, let's get a look at this garden. I still can't get over these potatoes. I've never grown potatoes before, so really everything that's happening is new to me. But, I mean, it seems like a lot of growth. But it looks gorgeous. I don't know. We've got some spider webs down here. Looks like my cherry tomato is putting off new leaves, which is a good sign of it being rooted, at least the bottom half. The top half also hasn't died, so I'm thinking that might be rooted too. So I might end up with 2 plants. Moving over to the banana peppers. Lovely as always, but I don't think it's hot enough yet for these peppers to really start showing us what they can do. Red pepper, also looking great. Jalapeno, stunning. Then we still got nothing in this bed right now. We're supposed to be planting this today, but like I said, there's a lot of insect activity. So maybe later on today I'll plant. Marigold though, looking great. That bonus tomato, that's what we're calling her. She's doing good. Purple Cherokee. This is a zucchini, putting off new leaf, so that's good. Same with our spaghetti squash. And then our 2 Roma tomatoes back there. Everything is looking pretty good. I'm glad that everything transplanted well, and the storm didn't really do too much damage, so that's good. And then that's our, what is it, super sweet 100 cherry tomato right there. I think I've decided that these marigolds are going to go in this bed right here with our wildflowers, which I'm just going to scatter. I might do that right now. Well, look who didn't make it in yet. But it's coming. It needs to happen soon, because every week I come out here and she's taller, which means it's probably getting close to bolting time. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty. I don't know. Need to find something to do with it. How do you preserve lettuce? Just waiting for these to dry up before this thing comes out. But I did find out from Jess over at Roots and Refuge, one of her videos. She said you can actually eat these little pods before they get too tough, which these ones I think are too tough now because the seeds are starting to form. But if you can't grow brassicas in your area because of heat and all that, then you might be able to grow them for the pods and eat them, throw them in a stir fry or whatever. Sweet potatoes, again, I've never grown sweet potatoes, so I don't know if they're supposed to be like this discoloration in the leaves. Can I see that? This is, if you can see through the fence, is my dog trying to dig. Hey! No, ma'am. Naughty. So that's pretty much what's going on in the garden. Let me turn this around. So I had to move over to the shade because apparently this is not the ideal time to film during the day in the summer because my phone got way too hot and it ended up shutting off and I couldn't film anything for a couple minutes while it cooled down. So in the meantime, I ended up planting that bed over there. Put those marigolds in. I scattered some seeds. I bought these seeds. I might show you the package when we're done, but bought these like scattered flower seeds for that bed. And then from like the Dollar Tree or something, I bought some like flower seeds and some marigold seeds. And so that bed is kind of filled now with a bunch of flower seeds. And we're going to be seeing what comes up. I am going to water it in though, and I wanted you guys to come along. So that's what we're doing right now. So I put the marigolds in. And now we're just going to water all the seeds that we put in. You can kind of see them laying on the top. I did not bury anything, just lightly scattered it. And we're just going to go ahead and water this in good. I got this watering wand from, I think, Dollar General. It was no more than like, I think $8. So I love it though, because you can kind of get around your plants so you don't have to water right on top of them, which from my understanding is not that great of a way to water anyway. Pete, my dog over there. This is a lot of cut flowers, I think, so hopefully I'll have some flowers for my table. So I had to cut the tour a little bit short just because my camera kept getting hot and I wasn't really getting much good footage because I could only film for very short amounts of time. But anyway, but I did want to end this video and let you guys know what's kind of going on next for the garden. Next week, we should have everything like flower related planted. I wanted to show you guys the varieties of sunflowers that I am planning on planting. So I planted the wildflower garden. You guys saw that. I watered it in. I wanted to show you these seed packets though. It's they're wildflower all annual scatter garden from Seeds Now. And I literally just took a handful of these and just threw them on top of the soil. And then I had, these were just from, I think, the dollar store I got these from. And they are American Seeds. They were just like annual cut flowers, that's what they were called. There was really not very many seeds in this packet, maybe like 5. So I'm glad that I ordered more scatter flowers. And then I did go ahead and plant everything that's in here. These were crackerjack marigolds. And I haven't had a really good time with marigold seeds so far this season, which is kind of a bummer. That's why I ended up buying marigolds that were already started for us. So hopefully some of those come up because that would be cool. And then just a small packet of zinnias. I had a bunch of zinnias last year and we're cute. Zinnias are not my favorite, but still planted them. So that's what's planted in the new like cut flower garden bed. I have a bunch of different varieties of sunflowers, which I'm the most excited about because sunflowers are my favorite flower. And we're trying a bunch of new ones this year. This is a Lemon Queen. And then we've got the Evening Sun, because it wouldn't be complete without the Evening Sun sunflower in the Evening Sun garden. So this is where the garden name came from. Evening Sun is obviously a variety of sunflower, and look at that. They're just gorgeous. So I'm excited for these. Also a fan of these, the Autumn Beauties. And those don't look as like red as some of the other like autumn varieties, which next year I think I'll have some more, or maybe in the fall I'll order some seeds. And then I got this cutting gold, which I'm hoping is good for like the table, because I had mammoth sunflowers last year and the pollen stained my counters, which I was not expecting because last year was the first year that I grew sunflowers at all, and I was just absolutely fascinated. So these actually, this is how I save my seeds. How ridiculous, right? These are seeds from last year's mammoth sunflowers, and the mammoth sunflowers actually gave me a bunch of different color seeds, but I wanted to show you guys these. Just drop them everywhere. These are white. Oops, that's a dog hair. I saved only the white ones because I love the white seeds. It won't focus. Isn't that fascinating? I might throw a couple of these out in like this area right here, because who knows what's going on over there. Just to see what happens. Maybe the birds will eat them though. But anyway, I saved those from last year, so those are all mammoth sunflowers as well with white seeds. Hopefully they will. Sorry, there's like a bird fight. Anyway, so I'm really excited about the sunflower garden, but I'm going to wait until it cools off to go plant that, probably around like 6:30 or 7. And hopefully, what is happening? There's a lot of bird activity, and I'm wondering if they want something in the garden. Because they're like kind of fighting. I might watch them for a little while and see what they're after. But anyway, sorry. This video has been kind of all over the place, and I apologize for that. I just wanted to get out here early in the morning so I had enough time to edit this and put it out on Saturday, because I did promise you guys that I would be doing these garden tours on Saturdays. I think I am going to start filming them probably during the week on a specific day, just releasing them on Saturday so that I have more time. But, you know, that's my bad. We're learning. Everything is a learning here. So I'm going to plant the sunflowers tonight, and then hopefully by next garden tour we'll have a little bit of growth for you guys to see. And yeah, so I think today was pretty productive. We planted 2 beds and watered some flowers. We saw those blushing. Is it blushing with blueberries, or is it just blushing with tomatoes? Not sure, but either way, that was exciting to see. So there's a lot of activity going on. It's Saturday morning, and I live in a neighborhood, so there are kids everywhere and some tractors. So I think that this guy is doing tractor rides for his kids. I want to turn the camera on and show you guys, but I don't think that it's able to film somebody without their consent. So, alright, I'm going to end this video here, but thank you guys for tagging along through the garden with me today. I will see you guys next Saturday, hopefully with some new sunflower blooms. Until then, bye!